BXRP here, and welcome back. It is an absolutely beautiful day here in Orlando, Florida today. I just got back after playing 3 hours of pickleball, which I really enjoy doing on Saturday mornings. So it's a beautiful day, about 82 degrees, which is nice here. And let's talk about digital assets and crypto. And listen, you're going to hear me. I hate to use the word crypto. I always use digital assets, and the reason for that is I just think, I think digital assets is a lot more sophisticated for what crypto and blockchain is going to become in the new financial world. So when you hear me say digital assets, it's one and the same, but I just think it classes it up a little bit. So XRP has really been ripping today, and I'm going to go into, so Bitcoin's at 111,360. It's up 4.13%. Ethereum is up, is at 3,932. It's up 1.22%, but XRP is ripping at almost 10%. It's at $2.59, and I'm going to tell you why I think it is in just a second. And also, in today's video, I'm going to share something that I recently learned in the last couple of months, and it's a way to protect your XRP against taxes. And after 8 years of being in this space, this is a new one on me. I didn't know this was possible, and I'm going to share it with you and see if it might be something that might be good for you as well. So we'll talk about it in just a couple of minutes. So let me tell you why I think XRP is ripping harder than anything else today. And it has to do with Brad Garlinghouse. So Brad Garlinghouse came out I was October 24th at 2:14, Ripple had made this post about Ripple Prime. And then Brad Garlinghouse had responded to it. So I think that was the time that he responded to it. And I think it just is literally affecting the market today. So here's what Brad Garlinghouse said. With today's close of Hidden Road, now Ripple Prime, Ripple has announced 5 major acquisitions in approximately 2 years. G Treasury last week, Rail in August, Standard Custody in 2024, Medico in 2023, as we continue to build solutions toward enabling an internet of value. And then he says the following, and I quote, "I am reminding you all that XRP sits at the center of everything Ripple does. Lock in." And that is like, Brad did that intentionally. I mean, he wants the XRP. Ripple takes the XRP community very seriously, and he wants people to know that Ripple, everything they do is about the XRP. They build things to use the XRP because they've got such a massive supply. So every tool, every company they buy, every tool that they build has to do with how they can use it in XRP. So I actually believe that was an intentional message to let people know that everything they're doing has to do with XRP. Just to clarify for folks to know that it's the focus of everything they do. So I think it moved the market. I mean, literally, I really think that that's why the market is moving 10% for XRP and is only moving 4% for Bitcoin. So I really think Brad had an effect on the market. Let's look at some other things. CZ Binance, he posted this. He said, "The people who are aggressive against me were all the SBF supporters, Gary Gensler, Elizabeth Warren, and here's Maxine Waters." So he's trying to make a point that everyone that's attacking the pardon that he just received, they were all supporters of SBF. So interesting stuff out there. JP Morgan's, so this is really interesting, right? I mean, we've heard this over the years, we've learned this over the years, don't listen to what they say, watch what they do, right? And if there's one thing I've learned after all the years I've been in this space, people in finance, the billionaires in finance, they have a different moral character than normal people. And I think that they're willing to say anything that betters their book, so to speak. So they may say they're doing one thing, but they're actually doing another thing, and the means justifies it's the end justifies the means sort of a situation. And I think this is no different. So JP Morgan's CEO Jamie Dimon said, "If I was a government, I'd close it down," in response to about Bitcoin, when they were talking about Bitcoin in front of Congress. In fact, here you go.
To crypto, Bitcoin, etc. You pointed out the only true use case for it is criminals, drug traffickers, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance, and that is a use case because it is somewhat anonymous, not fully, and because you can move money instantaneously, because it doesn't go through, as you mentioned, all of these systems have built up over many years, know your customers, sanctions, OFAC, they can get bypass all of that. If I was the government, I'd close it down.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what he said back then, and here's what they're saying today. Banking giant JP Morgan now accepts Bitcoin as collateral. So now you can use it as collateral. So now it's okay. Suddenly it's okay, right? It's just another example of the hypocrisy, or it's just they're selling their book, is all it is. But don't believe that all the big companies aren't buying digital assets and haven't been for years. They've been here forever, and now they're just coming out publicly about it because they're going to start offering it or offering different products around it to their customers. They're now ready, and they found ways to make money off of it. So it's time. Let's see what else I have here. I wanted to talk about. Okay, I want to talk about a tax strategy that I just learned. Okay, so first I'm going to run this video. This is about IRAs, but one of the things I want to talk about is Roth IRAs are very special, and a lot of people listening to the sound of my voice may make too much money and don't think that they can fund a Roth IRA any longer. And it turns out that there is a way you can, even if your income is over the threshold. So let me run this video real quick, and then I'm going to explain to you a strategy that you may want to take a look at.
Hey, iTrust community. Traditional, Roth, SEP, IRA. Are you wondering what all of these acronyms mean? Well, we are here to help. IRA stands for Individual Retirement Account. In a traditional IRA, the individual can invest funds before paying income tax, while taxes are deferred. Capital gains refer to money made over the principal amount invested. When taking a distribution from an IRA after the age of 59 and a half, the money is taxed as ordinary income rather than capital gains. The same concept applies to simplified employee pensions, otherwise known as SEP IRAs, Savings Incentive Match Plan for Employees, or simple IRAs, and rollover IRAs, which refer to IRAs created from funds that were previously in 401ks or similar employer savings plans. That leaves one IRA that you may have already heard of, the Roth IRA. So what's a Roth IRA? It's a similar concept to an IRA, but contributions are made with post-tax dollars. This means an individual will pay income tax on their paycheck, then invest funds into a Roth IRA. Any gains are tax-free, and no additional taxes are due when taking distributions in retirement. Consult with your tax advisor to determine which account option makes the most sense for you. Retire with crypto in your account starting now by visiting iTrustCapital.
So let me explain to you, I have a Roth IRA, and I haven't been able to fund it for many years because my income threshold was too high to fund my Roth. Well, I recently learned in the last several months that there is something called a backdoor IRA. And what you can do, and if you're under 50, the maximum is $7,000 a year, and if you're 50 or over, it's $8,000 a year. What you can do to fund, and if you don't have a Roth IRA, you can still open one up even if your income is over the limitation. So essentially, you can go to iTrustCapital, you can open up a traditional IRA and fund the traditional IRA. And then before you make your investment in digital assets, you can call or email iTrustCapital and say, hey, I want to convert my traditional into my Roth or into a Roth and open a Roth. You'll then take the funds, instead of investing them in your digital assets through a traditional, it'll automatically go to your Roth. And the beauty of the Roth is you're betting on the upside of your investment because it will all be tax-free after you're 59 and a half. You have to hold it for 5 years, at a minimum of 5 years, and to 59 and a half. So if you're looking for a way to be able to fund a Roth IRA and you might not meet the income level because your income's too high, it is called a backdoor IRA. You should reach out to iTrustCapital. Now, this is I'm sharing this with you for educational reasons. I'm not saying that you should do this. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm telling you it was right for me. And if you think it's something you'd be interested in, you should reach out to the people at iTrustCapital. I think it's a tremendous tool. And if you would, I have a affiliate link in the description of this video. If you'd please use my link, they'll give you a $100 funding bonus, and I'll get credit for it as well. But it is a fabulous tool if you want to have tax-free returns on your digital asset investments. So take a look at that. Anyway, I hope everyone has a fantastic day. That's it for this one. I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Always do your own research. See you next time. Bye-bye.